from ACCA who will be addressing us about CV writing and the interview tips. I believe this will be of much benefit, bearing in mind that we are on transition from campus life to job market. The talk is scheduled on 4th of October 2020. However, the date is subject to change depending on our guests' availability. And also, if the online classes we have begun, for we need to find an appropriate time so that we do not disrupt our normal learning. Then secondly, we are currently in the process of communicating with Infotrack company, and currently we are waiting for feedback from them. Our guest from Infotrack will speak about career paths, job markets, transition from schoolwork to the real world situations, digital data, etc. So once planned, the date and time will be communicated to you. I hope you'll join our event soon. Then lastly, like a few weeks ago, we shared a Google form which asked of your availability for a survey planned by MANU. So as you all know, MANU had partnered with Proto Energy Limited, that is Progas, in the last academic year to conduct a survey in central Nairobi, Rift Valley, Nyanza, and Western regions, which was successful. So in this academic year, we will still have the Proto survey in a different department. The previous survey was from the ICT department. We intend to have it in the market department this time around. And from the Google Forms that you filled, we already have the details of the required number of participants. So you all know COVID-19 rules like the social distancing, the curfew, and all those, the Ministry of Health rules have slowed down the process. But once everything is set, we shall communicate to those who applied to carry out the survey. And as the Secretary General has said, more is coming up for you and for us as well. And more is cooking. We believe we can, and we are halfway there. So all I say is that you stay focused and follow the events and the activities we post in our WhatsApp and Telegram groups, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube channels to avoid being left out and missing in any of our events. Thank you all. God bless you. God bless Manu.
Thank you, Guchu, for the information that you just shared. I'd like to welcome next the Publicity Secretary. Tell us something small. Publicity
Yes,
Secretary.
I can hear you. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you so much for believing in me for the publicity secretary position. We have done great in office since our election. As you know, we have had an active Facebook account, which we have registered over 50 new members since our re-election. We also had the Twitter account, which we could not trace the login, but we went ahead and found a new one. We also have an active Telegram account and a YouTube channel where we upload the videos of events. So you guys can follow us on the channel, join our Telegram account, watch, like, comment. You can share our videos and subscribe to our channels. That's all for now. God bless MANU.
Thank you. I'm going to talk about events that we have put in our calendar of events this academic year. Yes, so you just heard what our Secretary General and the organizing secretary have shared about. Several events have already been conducted despite the challenges that we are currently facing, and some are already planned to take place soonest possible. So that shows how MANU is determined to achieve its mission more than ever, and surely all we would wish is for it to keep having the same spirit. So with me here is a list of events that MANU should conduct this year, and I'd like to shed some light about them. One, the club is planning to pioneer a survey that is to take place in our premises, that is within the university. uh, the variables of interest in this case will be anything concerning the university, any emerging issues, prediction of the outcome of some events, for example, like the outcome of UNSA elections, and some issues affecting the life of a campus student. Then we can see if we can bring in changes for anything that might be affecting them. Yeah, then we will be having an industrial visit and mathematics competitions. You get the contest that typically to challenge mathematics students to solve problems more difficult than those typically tested. Uh, so we are planning to have a mathematics contest, most probably that will be physical or once you're back in school. One of the oldest and most recognized mathematical constant in the world is pi, which is the ratio of any circle's circumference to its diameter. And because everyone should be able to enjoy a fun mathematical holiday, yeah, we decided to have a day set for the celebration. Next, we will be having the MANU short courses, data analysis courses. So we'll have them organized once we're back to school. We believe that for such, a physical class would be most effective. Um, Family events are meant to be fun occasions where family members get to bond as they enjoy each other's company. And I mean, each member needs to relax and feel the nature of having fun day. Yeah, so this year we'll be organizing a fun day for the MANU family. We'll also organize online quizzes and tests where contestants are to do a task and see who does it best in the least time possible, like coding marathons. More professional talks, yeah, just as many as they can be. I mean, no one wishes to be unhappy academically. Even those who never give an effort, they also want the best for themselves. You know, we are in a certain stage in life where everyone wants to transition from school life and get successful in the corporate world. We all have dreams, aspirations, and goals that we wish to achieve in our lives, and so want to know whether we really are in the right path or not. So far, we've organized quite a number of professional talks, and sure enough, you should expect more to be organized. Uh, Participating in the community with a socially responsible outlook is one of the pillars of our social impact and sustainability mindset. This not only benefits those we support, but it's also rewarding for ourselves as well. You know, in the community service initiative, we saw it best to visit a children's home and interact with the children as well as provide basic necessities to support them. Remember, in life, there's nothing that pleasures one's heart than to touch somebody else's life, to make a positive impact on them, and to see people's lives change for the better because of your kindness. This academic year, we want to try and produce wristbands and t-shirts and also pens that are branded. Yeah, if you ask many people why they're studying I'm sure most would tell you it's not just about knowledge. Everyone in the current world wishes for this kuomoka thing, as we all call it. No one wants to be poor, and that shows how money is important in our current world. So, quite a number of events in the club are not funded by the school. So, we believe there must be a way we can have an income generating activity for the club. That's why we are planning on branding wristbands, t shirts, cups, pens, and other materials for the sake of the club's financial stability. I hope you'll all support that idea and maybe purchase the items. Yes, there's no family that never wants to know the opinions of its members on issues affecting them, opinions on what can be done, and so is MANU. We always take this as an opportunity to improve the club and also congratulate those whose effort made a remarkable change in the team. We never wish to break the many years tradition of having an annual general meeting that is usually done towards the end of the academic year. So sure enough, it's still in the calendar of events. Finally, great food has a special way of breaking down boundaries and bringing people together. Whether celebrating a special occasion or just a simple meal with family. Yeah, dinner is the opportunity to reconnect with the people you care about while stuffing your face. After a long journey in the club, it would be pretty impressive enough to share a table and toast to all the goodies that the club has brought on board. Yeah, thank you. That's what I have to share about the events that are in the academic year. Um, Next, I would like to invite Elizabeth Ndanu. Share something about a mini survey.
Okay, test. Hello,
Yes,
sorry for
yes.
interruption. In our midst, we have one of the alumni, that is Grace Munyiri, who has 30 minutes to go to another meeting. So we can just give Grace Munyiri some time to speak before she leaves. Thank you.
Okay. Grace, you can take over. Oh God.
Hi everyone. Wambua, Teresa, you're doing a great job. You can, because you had mentioned someone to speak before I do. It's okay. We will wait. The person you have put before me, yeah, can still go ahead, and then I'll come in after that person, if you don't mind. I'm okay.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Elizabeth, we need to hear something about the mini survey that we had done before.
Okay. We had a survey, and I was to share the screen, but I got some issues. Anyway, I'm gonna read out the report for you guys. Yeah, I hope you're all good. Yeah, Mike is presenting.
Elizabeth, kindly raise your voice a bit.
Okay. Now it's there. Yes, we had a survey, and this is the release of we had the release of the report is here. It was conducted between 12th September to 15th September 2020. It was aimed at determining how many students what many students expect to do after the completion of their first degree. I hope everyone is hearing me. Yeah, we targeted a group of students, that was the undergraduate students from the School of Maths, and we got a total of 44 responses. With the 17 being second years, which was the highest, fourth years were 16, and the third years were 11. We have a table of the results distributed as follows. Yeah, we can see second years are 17, third years are 11, fourth years are 16, and the total is 44. We have a pie chart representation. Yeah, second years are 39%. Mikey, rudi nyuma kidogo. Okay. Yeah, second year 39%. We had fourth year 36, and the rest were 25%. Okay. Next, what most students prefer doing after first degree. We also wanted to know the most students would prefer doing after completion of their first degree, where 55% of the students prefer to continue with education. 34% want to get employed, and the remaining percentage, 11%, want to begin their own businesses. The data in pie chart form is shown in the next page. We have the students who want to further studies are the ones in blue, then the red want to get employed. Then you have the orange part, self-employment. You can see the percentage, 55, 34, and 11 respectively. Okay. Okay, the fourth year, the data of those response of those people who broke down according to the year of study, and we've seen that 69% of the fourth years want to further education, 25% want to get employed, and 6% want to go to business sector. For the third years, 46, okay, that's the pie chart presentation of what I've just read. Third years, we have 46% opt for further studies, 36% opt for being employed, and 18% are for the business sector. We have the pie chart. Yes, the pie chart is there. Third years, 36% get employed, 18 self-employment, and furthering studies are 46%. For the second years, second years, 47% of second years teach ways to further their studies. 31% want to get employed, and the remaining 12% want to get in the business sector. We have a pie chart. Yeah. The biggest percentage want to further studies. Then you have okay. Those who prefer to continue their studies for further ask whether they prefer to go to masters or whether they prefer taking their second degree. It is 87% to do masters, 13% want to do their second degree. We have the data in the next page. Yeah, 13% second degree, 87% masters. Breaking down the data according to the year of study, 91% of the fourth years prefer to do masters, and 9% opt for second degree. Those are the fourth years. That's the pie chart presentation. 80% of our third years prefer masters, then 20% prefer the second degree. Then you have our pie chart down there. You can see the blue part for masters is 80, and the red part for the second degree is 20. For the second years, 87% will go for masters, then 13% prefer taking their second degree. The presentation is just down there. Then we have preferred course. We also wanted to know what courses the students think of doing or specializing in after their current degree program. And this is what the response was. Statistics had the highest record of 21%. Then data science had 13%. Economics, pure math, and psychology had 8% each, the rest having 4%. The data is in a pie chart below. Yes, that's it. For the fourth years, 46% want to major on statistics, and the rest of the courses mentioned having 9% each. So the course with the highest percentage is the statistics, then the rest have 9% each. Mm, that's the pie chart presentation of it. We have finance, data science, biometry, biostatistics, applied math, and computing. For third years, economics and psychology has a record of 40% each. Then data science has gained interest of 20%, psychology 40%, economic 30, and data science we have 20. Sorry, economics 40. Uh-huh. Medical statistics, mathematical statistics, and data science attracted the interests of 13% of the second years. The rest, like computer science, chartered accountancy, and applied statistics, has had the interest of 12% of the second years. So we have
Elizabeth, are you still there? Hello?
Elizabeth, it
now we
seems
have
your network.
universities where our students will opt to go. Yeah, we also wanted to establish which universities,
Seems
because most people
to be
prefer to
network
continue with their
problem.
studies. 4 and 46% opted for the University of. Yes, yeah,
No, you can just continue.
sorry.
Yes, just continue.
Hello, I'm hearing you. Hello. Hmm?
Hello, and Elizabeth. Endelea, endelea tu.
So you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. We have universities of choice where students would want to further their other degrees. Yes, naendelea. Okay. Well, the universities of choice, we have the University of Nairobi, 46%, and 4% opted for university in Kenya but not UOM, and the remaining 4% for university located in Africa but not in Kenya. Yeah. The pie chart representation was there of where our students would want to go. The breakdown of our data.
Okay, I'm going to help Dani finish that thing. So we have the breakdown according to the year of study, where we have the fourth years. If you can see, The breakdown: 46% of the fourth years prefer to study abroad, 36% the University of Nairobi, then 9% prefer to study in a university in Africa but not Kenya, and the remaining 9% prefer to study in any university in Kenya but not the University of Nairobi. As you can see in the pie chart, it's there. Then we also have for the third years, 80% prefer to study abroad. They only gave those two opinions. They did not indicate whether they want to study in Africa or in another university in Kenya. So you can see the pie chart is there. Then 62% prefer studying abroad. Then 38% prefer further their education in the University of Nairobi. They also gave two choices. They indicated either abroad or the University of Nairobi. Then we have, lastly, we wanted to establish the reason why the club might sometimes lack audience. And we had 67% of the students complaining about lack of time, and 33 had problems in acquiring airtime. We hope to get solutions for these problems very soon. That's why we are science students. You can see the pie chart of the representation, but I can mention that 0% mentioned that there was lack of interest. That one, we are proud of it. Thank you, our members. Okay, thank you for participating in the survey, and we are looking forward to learn more from the students and try to come up with a possible solution. The above survey has been edited, analyzed, and compiled by the MANU analytical team. Congratulations, MANU analytical team, and we really want to get more from you. God bless you. God bless MANU. God bless the University of Nairobi. Thank you.
Thank you, James and Elizabeth, for the insight about the mini survey that we did. Just to mention something little about this survey that we conducted. The main aim was about, we wanted to know the number of people that would wish to further their studies and the number of people that would wish to just finish school and get employed. Yeah, you get that easy path that you're talking about. Yes, so one of our own, Geoffrey Mboya, a student in the Oxford University, wanted to meet those people who wanted to further their studies. And I think we invited them for a professional talk, a meeting. Yeah, and he talked much about furthering studies, their journey, how they all began till wherever they are right now. Yeah, he also talked about M.A.N.U Africa initiative. Yeah, they started a program that could help the African students. Yeah, mostly the mathematics and the science students. Okay, it's a mathematical and science mentorship program that targets every African student. Its aim is to search for academic mentors and maybe link them to African students who are focused on building academic and research careers in the mathematical sciences. So about the M.A.N.U Africa, our chairperson will take us through that. But before I invite James, yeah, Grace needs to talk to us before she leaves. So Grace Munyiri.
Uh, yeah, hi everyone. Hello. Some few technical issues. Yes, now I'm back, and I hope my camera is clear. Manu, you're doing a good job actually. Ngojeni kidogo tu. I'm back. Manu, you're doing a good job. And actually, I was talking to your former chairman, David Kenyami, because the time I was part of the leadership team at MANU, he he was the vice chairperson, and then I was the digital asset and publicity secretary. So it's been a journey, and I've enjoyed the greater part of it. My name is Grace Munyiri. I graduated last year. I was studying actuarial science, and currently I am a client service lead at Blue Wave Insurance. Yes, I am basically the insurance industry. Yeah. So I felt the need to talk to you guys about, because some time back David had mentioned to me that most of you are like, the anticipation you have when you want to graduate from the university, you really want to get a job. And I think, and it's very important for you to get a job immediately you get out of the university, because so many people similar, you usually hear people saying ukitoka ni kuhustle, maisha ni kuhustle, and it is quite hard if maybe you're the only one from Nairobi and there is no one else who is here with you. Yani you just came here to study and then you come out of campus and you don't have a job. It can be really stressful. So I can tell you for sure it is possible. A background story about me. I got a job the week of my graduation. That the same week of my graduation, and it's not the people say that Kenya ni connections. Kenya see connections, because I got into a company. I just moved on from that company and got to a better opportunity, which is Blue Wave. Initially, I was at Minet Kenya Insurance Brokers, and even getting there, it was not connections. It's someone who saw my skill and my leadership roles in the university, and they took me up. So, mentioning the leadership, now that's where I wanted to start. My leadership journey in the university started with MANU. I was elected as at that time I was the third year representative. I had never been a leader before in any university program, actually. And then after that, yeah, I was a class rep, yes, but not in any club. I was just in the class activities. And getting to MANU, I was so exposed. I remember that time we were with, I don't know how many of you know Habal Cooks and Elwa. We were with other guys like Ivan Sonyango, who was my classmate. Yeah, so getting that and being part of that team helped me. You may not know, for the team, for the leadership, the MANU leadership team right now, you may not know the kind of skills you're getting, those nitty-gritty skills that you're getting right now. Trust you me, they will play an important role when you go to the university. I mean, when you start looking for a job, because some of you, like what Teresia is doing right now, leading this program and making sure that things are going on well. That is a skill that when you go for the interview, someone will tell you, okay, tell me about yourself. And someone like Teresia will be able to speak up because she's used to talking in public. And even the one who was presenting some analysis over here about the graduates and where they want to go and study, those are soft skills that these employers are looking for. So if you can, and this is the message I always tell even my mentees, if you can, try to be in as many leadership roles as possible, because by the time I was graduating, I think I was in almost not really the political ones. Mine were mostly the clubs. I was a leader in almost 6 clubs, and it really counts. It truly counts. That will help you a great deal when you're going to look for a job, because these certificates, they're going to help you. Like if you are a class rep, if you are a MANU chairperson, or if you are the secretary, they know that we're not just hiring a bookworm, we are hiring an all-round person. Are we together up to there? I feel as if I'm leading a lecture. No, it's not a lecture, it's a conversation. Someone please say we are together.
We are together.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for the positive feedback. So, another point I wanted to talk about is, don't let no one tell you that because you've come out of the university, because you have no really, because what the small work, I mean the small portions of work experience we have, ni internships, 3 months internships, 4 months internships, those count. I used to go for internships each of my holiday. I never stayed at home, even if it's an internship, or it's called this internship and attachment. Even if you're not getting paid for it, just go, be there, be present, and learn. It is going to help you a great deal. Back to my story. The reason why I was able to get M.A.N.U when I immediately cleared from university, it's because I was an intern at M.A.N.U. And the minute they heard that UN, they're graduating, that was on the 6th of September. They called me on that, the 7th, 8th, I think it was on 9th or 10th, that Monday after our graduation, told me that we saw you guys had, you have graduated, and since you, as an intern, you did a great job, we'd like to get you. So these internships, you may not be paid a lot. Sometimes you may not even be paid. Sometimes, like my friend went for an internship, and I fetch chai, and I fetch the boss's maji or chai. Don't worry, it counts. You will go somewhere and say that I was an intern at the county government. I was in the lands office. Even if your work was only to get breakfast for those guys, you have the network. Those people there, they already know you. You have the network. It takes me to my third point, network. Make sure you network as much as possible, because this will help you become your own brand. The reason why most of you right now, if I ask you what is Safaricom, each and every one of you knows that Safaricom is a telecommunication network. It's because Safaricom out here, it is already a brand. Everyone knows Safaricom is the in thing. If I ask you what is Equity right now, you'll tell me Equity is the largest bank in Kenya. It's because it's a brand. When I ask you, who is Rhoda Ochieng? What is your brand? What do people know you for? Sueba Hussein, who are you? What is your brand? Ayub Klein, who are you? What is your brand? Who are your networks? When I go and stand somewhere and say that I know Gushu Kiarie or Felix Felimike or Felmike, what will I be told? What goes before you get there physically? What can people say before you get there? Network is very important. It starts from your lecturers. When I ask, maybe I'm not sure if you're being taught by Dr. Njui, or which mathematics lecturer did we have? I think we had Dr. Njui from the maths section. Yeah, when I ask Dr. Njui about you, what will he say about you? Because every person you meet, he or she is a network. Make sure your network is your net worth. Make sure of that. Because these people, they're the same people who are going to help you to get to the other opportunity. Because, okay, a short story again about me. So because I'm okay, I'm not trying to talk about myself I'm not very achieved. I'm not even very achieved. The point I want to relay is I am here. I am a testimony that it has worked. It can also work for you. So when I left my first job, I was called to go to this other one. Because for not even the one I am in currently. And because I did so well in my position, they told me, whether you know what, Greg, you've done so well. We'd like to recommend you to these other guys because they need someone. And because of your leadership skill, you can ace this thing. And these are people who don't know me. Trust you, me. There was no connection. No one knows me there. It is your brand. So just make sure you have a positive brand out here, because if you mess up, I have a friend we graduated with, and getting a job after graduation where you're earning 120,000, it's not a joke. This friend of mine got a job and he was earning like 120 G's a month. He did so well the first year, but in the second year, kinda he messed up and he lost the job. And this is a big company. This is a company. Even if I tell you the company right now, you guys will be like, "What? How can you do that? Huh? How can you let go such an opportunity?" Now imagine if you lose such an opportunity from such a big company where it is known worldwide. What will people say about you after that? When people, maybe because when you're looking for a job, they usually call your former employer to ask, um, how was Grace in your department? Was Grace helpful? Does she hold integrity? Is she honest? Is she an expert at what she does? Is she respectful? Is she a team member? They'll ask such questions. And when your boss says, you know what, when Grace left here, it was a disaster. So it will have such a bad repercussion on you that it may affect your entire career. I hope that has sunk in well. Can I get a yes? Has that sunk in?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great, great, great. I can feel I have an active audience. Thank you very much. I can continue meeting your mind. One more thing I'd like to mention is, if you can, I remember we were being told this while in campus, and I used to think it's a joke. And we were being told that make sure you do as many papers as possible when you're in campus. Trust you me, I was like, you know what? So I get from class, I start reading for the papers, and then I have to go to Klabu with my friends. We take 2 hours going to Klabu, 2 hours coming back. You know, that campus lifestyle, having fun with the guys and the girls. It was all fun. Yes, I enjoyed. I really had a wonderful campus experience. But right now, when I'm trying to do my professional papers and work, if you don't get a very good employer who will give you study hours, it will be really, really hard. And right now, when you have the time, it is very important that you do those papers because they will help you. They'll give you an added advantage, and they will give you they will help you, and even your the expected employer will know that person is very good in terms of time allocation, time management. Because if you are able to do like 1 or 2, 3 CPAs or ACCAs or uh, FRM, or even the actual papers, the CB and CS, this is someone who is very good in time management. So you can also, if you can, I know sometimes the limiting factor might be the finances. If that's the case, there is no worry. Things always turn out. I can tell you for sure, I graduated, I had 0 papers, 0, and it worked out well. So finances might be an issue, that's okay. But if you can and you have the opportunity, kindly do so. My last point of the day is make sure you have the full campus experience. Never look back one day and say that I think I wasted my campus time, or I feel as if I didn't have I didn't have time with my friends. I don't feel as if I had time with my lecturers. The campus experience, it is one in a lifetime. I can tell you for sure, if I could be able to go back to campus na nishinde hapo SWA, telling the SWA guys, I need a room, I need a room, I need a room. It was part of the experience. Yani kushinda hapo mnafukuzwa na wochi, amjapewa room, and then wochi anakuja na, I mean, okay, I'm not sure, but yeah, some people used to try and sneak and cook inside. Then it was, I mean, what I'm trying to say, the campus experience, it should be wholesome. Get the academics, get the fun, get the leadership. Enjoy campus. Because you're always told that after campus, life out here is very fast. Trust me, it is super fast. I used to think in campus I had 24 hours, but right now I think I have like 8 hours or 6 hours in a day, because you have to work, you have to study, you have to have time with your family, your parents wants to see you and talk to you, your siblings as well, your friends need you to catch up with them, you also need to build yourself, your soft skills. You have to be also volunteer in other activities. Like you have to be in here, in there. So you find that at the end of the day, you have so many things that you're supposed to do, and you're not able to accomplish all of them, but you okay, with time you get the hand of things. You can never lose track. So enjoy the experience in campus, make sure you utilize it to the best way possible, and yeah, in a summary, have fun, be the best you can, and keep going. Yes, I think all I can say for now. Thank you for the opportunity. If you have any questions, I'll be free to answer. I don't know. I'm feeling as if I've taken so much time. But yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me right now. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Anyone with a question before Grace leaves? Hello, anyone with a question before Grace leaves? Okay, so thank you, Grace, for that inspiring story of yours. Yeah, we all know after studying, getting job is hard out here, and what most of us think is we must have a connection with someone for us to get a job. Oh well, I won't deny that. It's true, by the way, but Grace has made it clear that you must brand yourself. You don't have to have those connections of knowing people who know people for you to get a job. Yeah, it's an inspiring story indeed. So brand yourself. That will be your connection, as Grace said. Uh, I talked about Mfano Africa, uh, an event that is being, not event, sorry, an initiative that has been organized by Geoffrey Mboya. I'm not going to talk about it again. So I'd like to invite our chairperson to tell us what really this Mfano Africa is. James.
Thank you very much, Tess. I'm going to talk about Mfano Africa. I hope you can hear me. Can someone hear
Yes,
me?
we can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Yes.
As the name suggests, it's a Swahili word meaning mfano, which means example. And the word Africa used to mean people from African continent, especially the youth. Now, Mfano Africa is a mathematical science membership program targeting African students. What is the aim of this Mfano Africa? The main aim of Untitled Chapter is to search for academic mentors and link them to African students who are focused on building academic and research careers in mathematical sciences. Untitled Africa strives to live up to its name in providing mentorship through invited keynotes, introductory lecturers, crunch courses, and reading groups intended to introduce students to research frontiers. Interviews with seasoned mathematicians and young successful role models who share their academic journey and career journey and volunteer pieces of advice. Career affairs with mentees get various professional development skills as well as familiarized with various research programs, scholarships, and funding opportunities. Research experience program where students work on mini projects with their mentor with the aim of learning advanced research material. Now, very soon we'll visit mentor program where our mentees are funded to visit their mentor's institution for 1 to 2 weeks and get learning and research experience. Mfano Africa has been initiated by the former Secretary General, that is Geoffrey Mboya, who is currently in Oxford University, and there is a great collaboration between Mfano Africa them through their website, which I'll send the link shortly. In the website, you will go to the registration. You can register as a mentee or as a mentor. Then, what else do you need to know about Mfano Africa? Thursday or next week, we'll inform you about the meeting. The meeting that we held earlier was aiming at the students who want to further their studies. That's why we did not make it public so that anyone can join. But we chose those who want to further their studies. But for the next meeting, I hope everybody will be able to join. Now, I welcome you to register in M.A.N.U Africa, and together we will help M.A.N.U Africa, we will help M.A.N.U, we will help ourselves. Then for the next we'll have from South Africa, Nigeria. If you attended the other meeting, you realize that some of our trainees were from those countries, and they will invite their students along. Thank you.
Thank you, James. I think we now have a rough idea what M.A.N.U Africa is. Now, next, we're going to have a very, very tough session now. Chelsea is going to lead us through a hot seat session. I get to know your leaders. Yeah, I hope they all are ready. Masupi.
Oh, I'm here. Okay, welcome guys to this hot seat session where you get to ask your leader anything that you have in your mind, be it academically, socially, any section in your life's leader, you can just ask. Don't be shy. So if you have a question, you can write it in the in-call messages, or you can just speak. You can unmute your mic and speak up. So who is ready to go first? You can just ask the question and it can direct it to any person. Or you can just ask in general and anyone will answer.
I think just a clarification, you can ask anything concerning the club. You can ask anything that you want to be addressed. Maybe you feel like somewhere was not addressed well by your leader and you need it to be addressed. Anyone who can go first?
The floor is open for you guys. Any question to any leader, just post it. Okay, so there's not any of you that has a question? Okay, George Opondo.
I have a question.
Just go ahead.
Yes. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Abiero, and I would just like to know if there's any I've heard of other clubs combining courses to do undergrad. So I don't know about this academic year. Is there any such plans from MAN?
Abiero, I'm not getting you clearly.
Okay. So can I ask again?
Yes, you
My
can.
question
Yes, come up again.
is there any is there any connection between MANU and another organization or club in Nairobi? Because I have heard before where two clubs or more than two combined to do an event. So do you have such plans or you have not had them in your event that you did? I hope that is clear.
Mm, okay, George, if I may rephrase your question, you're asking if Manu has any plans to do a joint event, either with other institution or club, something like that.
Yes, yes. That is my question, but it is not from George. It is from Abiel.
Oh, it's from Abiero. Okay, maybe any leader can answer that. Mm, maybe you can ask the.
Okay, thank you, Abiel.
Okay,
I've heard your question, and this is what I can say. You know, MANU is a mathematics club. Now, for MANU to partner with any club, okay, the answer for your question is yes. And for it to partner with any club, it will depend that it is which activity and which fruit will it bring to both the MANU members and the other clubs members, because we cannot go into partnership where it's a give out only. We also need a give out and a take in. In that, both the members will reap the fruit of the event. And if there is any club that can really need the partnership, we'll be happy to participate.
Thank you very much.
Abiero, is your question answered?
Yes.
Hello? Yes, I hope it's answered. We have George Opondo asking, um, it's to the organizing secretary. You talked about the future plans of the club. What about the outstanding previous programs like data analysis? What do you have to say about these programs?
So thank you, Opondo, for your question. So for the previous events that Manu was carrying out, the data analysis actually was the only activity which we were remaining with. And remember, we are almost through with all the runnings, the SPSCs, the advanced Excel, the Python and R. So what was remaining was just the LaTeX, which was a bonus program which were to be taught. So we were thinking of how we can learn that LaTeX, but unfortunately we can't do it now online because the tutor who was supposed to teach LaTeX is currently abroad, and so he cannot be able to teach us now. But we have plans other ways such that we can do the LaTeX in the second semester or once the school resumes. And I believe our tutor for LaTeX will have come back from abroad. So I don't think there is another activity in the last academic year which was not done except for the data analysis. So once we resume, we shall liaise with the other leaders. We can issue certificates to those who are not given for the data analysis classes. And for RATEX, we shall have a look at it, how it shall be taught. It shall be taught once the Twitter resumes, and then we shall see about it. Plans are underway. I hope your question is answered, Opodo.
Yeah, it's well answered, Job. Thank you.
Aye.
And next, we are having Sengase Damaris asking, After completing fourth academic year, do you give membership certificates? Yeah, it's a yes. Every member has to get a certificate after they complete their fourth academic year. Any other question?
I can see
Hey,
January is about
I have
the
a
data science.
question. I have a question.
Yes, someone is asking a question.
Yeah. Um. Okay. I'm Felix. Felix Ouma. That's my official name. So I have a question concerning finance. I have been listening from the start to right now. It's almost 1 hour after, or 2 hours. I've not heard you guys talking about the finance, like MANU department. What do we have from the previous academic year? I really want to know. And also, we like to know how the previous team spent the money. We need to know the credited, the debited cash, so that we can work out as members what we can do. Yeah, kindly address that.
Okay, thank
So
you,
the
Felix.
finance secretary. Oh yes. Yes, James.
Thank you, Felix. I think your question has two parts: what MANU has for now, and how MANU spent its money in the last academic year. So I'll answer the second part about how MANU spent its funds in the previous academic year. Number one, you know very well that the source of our income is by registration of members, which is 200 shillings, and it can vary because sometimes we always have bonus and offers. And there's also some income from the school, and we also get some income from data analysis classes. So for the previous academic year, we spent the money in the refreshments for our activities. We also spent part of the money when we were going to projects. We bought some refreshments, and also if you go somewhere, it's good to appreciate someone like a driver. So we also appreciated the driver who took us there. We also appreciated our patron and the guests whom we hosted for our activities. And the large amount of money, I can say, went to the tutors who were teaching us the data analysis classes, because most people had not paid for the class. Now it forced us to go into the club's account and get some money for the for the tutors. That's what I can say for the expenditure of the funds. Maybe Regan can carry on from there.
There's also this question on whether we issue certificates after the data analysis classes. As the chair lady said, yes, we do. After the classes, after successful completion of the classes and fully payment of the fees, certificates duly yeah, sent out.
Oh, since no one want to speak, I have another. Okay, James didn't finish answering my question. How much do we have in the club right now?
That one maybe if you can liaise with the treasurer, because I think we have small amount of money. I cannot say the exact one because I'm not aware of the exact one, but
Okay.
what I know, large part went to the tutors.
Okay, thank you. Just ensure next time, since you are the chair, just ensure next time we have a breakdown of how much we have for specific dates. Otherwise, thanks.
Welcome.
Well, Mr. James, there's this pressing question on the in-call messages about the certificates, and Damaris is inquiring whether data science course and the data analysis are different. So I don't really get the question. Maybe Damaris, you can unmute and clarify on your question, please.
Hello. I wanted to know if like you have classes for data science. I don't think they are the same. Ama? Hello, mnanisikia?
Yeah, we are tunapata but hiyo ndo. Are you asking about the normal data analysis training ambayo tunafanya at the end of the academic year, almost the end, ama you asking about another data science training?
I was asking if you kunaweza kuwa na any training ya data science apart from data analysis.
Currently, we don't have any data science training ambayo tunafanya, but maybe you can look into that and see if we can get a number and start training if most student members of the MANU they want that such training, but currently hatuna.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I might say it's more of the same thing, because our data analysis course is I don't know, it's wide and it incorporates even coding with Python and the rest, running data analysis with such coding platforms. And I'll advise you to check it out so that you can see what you're looking for. You might even get it from the course that we're offering at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any member with any question, clarification, or suggestion are also welcomed. Or you can just type in the in-call messages. Anyone with a question?
As you're waiting for the questions, is there anyone from another campus, like not really Chiromo, main campus and the rest, who is with us right now? Anyone from main campus?
Hi, Said.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, I'm here. Main campus.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Okay.
I can see a question.
Can I take question?
Yes, you can ask.
Okay. So It's not a question, but it's more of a suggestion, right?
Okay.
This is from my observation. I'm usually keen on stuff happening around in campus, and I take note. Now, last year we had several ACCA talks, not talks. These guys with tents, and if you haven't realized, majority of people are not attending. So like people just get used to it. The ACCA guys, let's just go. So maybe this year you guys should reduce the number of times you're going to have those guys around, and maybe figure out how we can have let's say comrade generating income idea, maybe something which can people can be trained on how to get some money while in campus. I'm very sure people will attend such stuff. I'm not saying you guys should eliminate ACCA. We really appreciate the work they do. They're really great, but you just should reduce the number of times. Like last semester 3.1, I saw them several times. I don't know if I'm the only one who saw them, but well, that's my opinion, and everyone is entitled to one. So you guys should consider that. Thanks.
Uh, okay, but your suggestion, we'll look into that. Maybe you can bring up more ideas about the student on how to get income. Money is important to a student's life. We can see we can see to that and bring some corporate word. Maybe they can get some student who can do a little hand job for them, and also maybe entrepreneurship ideas who can help them. Yeah, we'll look into that also. And
Okay, thank you.
okay, welcome. And there is a question from Onyango, and a question to any official: if one completes the data analysis classes and acquires a certificate from the club and really wishes to reattend the classes, is he or she required to pay any registration again? Maybe about that you can say for MAN we only hold the data classes once in a year, when you get almost the end of our financial year or academic year. So about any reattending I think we'll have to pay again, but I can pose the question to James. Maybe he can further tell you about that. James. Okay. As we wait for James, maybe someone with any question or suggestion can put it forward as James comes back.
All from main campus. Any comment, any question?
Okay. Thanks. Maybe I don't know if I missed anything so far, but if I may ask, I can see you've tackled to do those guys want to follow their studies through the M.A.N.U Africa thing. Then we have the part of the guys who want to go to the job market. Grace has tackled that today. But we have also those guys, I think that 11% want to tackle the business sector or the self-employment. What's your plan about them? Because I'm not sure it's one of the easiest things to do, to start a business immediately after campus. So what's your plan about maybe encouraging them or maybe bring them to their work? Thanks.
Well, that's a good question, and in fact, that's something that is currently cooking, and we have a lot in store for you guys. For those people who are in the third years, fourth years, and they want to venture into the entrepreneurial world, because honestly speaking, not everyone graduates and gets into the job market immediately. Some students scout, some students tarmac for quite long, and I believe entrepreneurship can also work, and more trainings and seminars are coming up. So you guys follow all the MANU socials so that you can keep in touch, so that you can also not miss out on what's coming. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Tweba, and I've heard your question, Paul, and I hope it has been well answered. So I'm going to answer the question by Anifa Chelsea, who is asking whether if you have done the classes, you should pay the full amount. Okay, for the data analysis classes, we have different categories of people. We have professionals who pay higher amount. Then we have the non-members who pay high amount, but it is a little bit below the professionals team. Then we have the members who have subsidized amount. Then we have the refreshers. If you want to refresh yourself on a certain package, or if you want, because not every year we offer the same packages. You can get that this year we offer Python, next year we don't offer it. So maybe if you want to learn that Python in that academic year, your amount will be a bit lower than that person who is taking all the courses. I hope it's well answered, Anifa.
Any other question? Well, I think we need to close that session then if we don't have any other questions. The time is far much gone. Or before we close that session, is there anyone I'm not giving a chance to give out the question and suggestions? Okay. Next, we are supposed to be having, okay, but if you have any other question, you can still contact a leader and ask them during your own personal time. Yeah, so next, we're going to have a session where you guys are going to suggest events that you think should be incorporated in this academic year in the calendar of events. You've had those that we've planned to do, the ones that we've already done. So any suggestion of an event that we can do during this year? Yes, keep the suggestions coming.
Well, as you're waiting for the suggestions, I also suggest that can leaders kindly write down their names and the post and the contact numbers on the chat box, so that any person who'd love to contact a leader after this privately, they can do so.
Anyone with an event or an activity which he or she feels that should be added to our calendar of events. Any comment, any suggestions that you people have?
About the academic tours.
Oh yeah, I've seen one. Onyango Anifa is suggesting academic tours. Any other suggestion? Um, are you satisfied with every other activity that we've written in the academic year's calendar of events? Does silence mean satisfaction? Hey, hello. I'll take silence as a satisfaction for every event that we've planned for this year, apart from the one that has been suggested by Anifa Onyango. Thank you, Anifa, for the suggestion. We have a few guests in here. So Ayub is going to take us through that session just before we close the meeting. Klein, Ayub.
Hello, guys. First, first, let me introduce myself. I am Ayub Klein, pursuing Bachelor of Science in Actual Science, and I'm the fourth year class rep. So, without further ado, I'd like to invite our guest, and I'll give them at least 3 minutes. So, I'm going to start with Gachukia John Nganga. John Nganga. John Nganga. Okay, I can see John Nganga has left, so I'm going to give the chance to Abiero, and I'll give you some 3 minutes. John Nganga, you can continue before Abiero. Okay, Abiero. Abiero.
Okay. Thank you for
I'm giving you 3 minutes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I hope you. Okay. So, thank you for the opportunity. I got from the chairman, and also thank you for the opportunity to say something. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Abir Senior, taking Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Yeah, I know most people here are mathematicians. So, I'm a chemist with 3 years experience. That is completed a year in 4.1 currently. I was the former chairman, and that I was also the chief with. So I have served well in the almost, so like I'm part of like MANU family, being a club like MANU. I don't have much to say. All I can say is thank you for the session. I thank Grace Munyiri for that powerful presentation. And also, I've followed from the beginning. There's a good progress from the leaders. I've made very good progress. I think not every club has done what MANU has done so far. So first of all, let me congratulate all the leaders again. I had done that during the release of the results. And I would like to advise all the leaders to remember to accommodate your opponents or those who lost. Get to know what ideas you have, and using your wisdom, see how you will incorporate their ideas with yours. You have only like 5 items to 5 or 6. Just tell the leader and also any other member. The first thing I would like to tell the leaders is that start your term knowing what you want and what you want to achieve so that you can work on a good table. Knowing what you want is very, very important for a leader. Another item is focus on big ideas and new ones because what has been going on different clubs, also MANU is part of it. We have been having very, very like similar events. There's the event of children foundation. We have national visit. So they are always the same events. So the leader is having to think of new events and give your people something new, something that they can say, yes, this one has never been done. And I think they really, really appreciate. Another one is reach out to students, you as the leader, ensure that you reach out to students because we have two bodies in Chiromo. There's the political body and the professional body. MANU is professional. And I think professional body is so much connected to the students more than the political body. So get reach the students, get to know what you want, and get to know how you will handle every situation. Another item is just teamwork. Yes, that goes to Mr. James. James ensure that there is teamwork in your group, just like the former chairman of MAN, that was David Nyambi. He was so much with teamwork, ensuring that there was each and every leader participating for the success of the organization. Another item is connect with other leaders. So you leaders of MANU connect with other leaders. I also have a question about what activities you're doing with other clubs, which to my point is somehow nice to connect with other leaders. Since you serve the whole apart from what mathematicians only. So, like for example, last year, almost and MANU combined that also. So almost there was so much involved. We took a part and we helped. We gave a hand when you are people giving us prototype. So remember to connect with other leaders and just come up with something that even the entire Zomo will participate on a section apart from mathematics. I think that is it, and those are the items I prepared to talk to you, the leaders. At least you should digest them and take it. And as I finish, I would like to say that I am one of friends, and I believe friends stand for each other at any time. And when the right time comes, I will really need your help, many people, to help in one way or another. So thank you for this opportunity, and may God bless man.
Now, John Nganga, you can continue. John Nganga.
Yes, thank you.
Amira, remember to mute your mic. You can now continue.
Yes, my name is John Nganga. I'm a student in Chiromo campus doing Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Thank you for the invitation to this meeting. It has been a very good meeting with a lot of ideas, with a lot of advice from Grace, and a lot of a lot of things that have been discussed, and I think they will be put into practice. Let me say that Kenya is a country going undergoing revolution. A lot of science and innovation, a lot of mathematics are needed in cities like Konza, which are going to be built in Upper Hill. A lot of cities that are going to come up. So the mathematics community is going to expand, and I think MANU is doing a great job in that. I believe that in the time to come, maybe if we'll go back to school, I believe a lot of physical activities like contests, career talks will happen. And yeah, so I would like also to give suggestions like uh, the MANU community can come up with uh, okay, we have talked about career talks. They can also come up with books or PDFs with the list of careers that students can undergo when they finish their 4-year course in Chiromo campus. Maybe going through mathematics courses like Bachelor of Science in Mathematics or Statistics, so that they may know what they are going to do after they finish. You can also do like giving back to the society. I remember in high school, a certain university came and had a science association, which helped us go through the science courses, and that's where I came across the chemistry course, which is Bachelor of Science, and I was able to do the science course. So I believe if MANU can go to high schools and maybe talk to them about the mathematics courses in the University of Nairobi, it can be also good so that those students may know what they can do after their high school life, or what they can do in the University of Nairobi if they want to join. So I think those are the suggestions I have. Otherwise, thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
Okay, now let me take this time to invite our our former chairman to talk, David Kenyambi. David Kenyambi.
Yes. Hello, Clay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm also fine on my side here. Uh, Thank you for having or hosting this event today, and I'm privileged to be part of it. Well, the event has been awesome. I've seen wonderful insights being shared by the members, our guest Grace, and also the leaders. You're doing a wonderful job, and I'm really happy that you're maintaining the spirit. Well, what am I even supposed to talk about? I'm excited for the work you're doing, and I'm going to be here for you guys and support you in everything that you do as a team, as you strive to take the club to the next level. Yes, Ayub, Clay, I don't know.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
anyone hearing me?
I'm hearing you, my brother.
Yes, I'm also hearing you.
I'm also hearing you, David.
Well, I'm overwhelmed with joy and hadi maneno imekosa kutoka kwa mdomo.
We will capture the vision and take you there.
I think you are gonna drag me along, eh?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So I don't have much to say, but to maybe share one or two things about the club, and maybe to encourage the members and also the leaders, because I know the position that you are at right now it's not easy. As a leader, there are times you experience certain obstacles that you wonder, hey, you start questioning yourself, why did I even leader or to serve? Yeah, I don't know whether you have been able to reach at such a point at this moment. Have you?
Not
Yes,
yet.
personally,
Yes,
yes.
yes. Yeah. Okay, what I can say about that, if you haven't, you need to at least experience that and know how it feels. And if you have already experienced that, uh, I would say you need to get used to it. Ukutane na hizo challenges mpaka zikikuona zinatoka tu. And for the club to be able to sail forward, it's not gonna work uh, if the members are not working together with the leaders. So this is a team, and the leaders, there's nothing to do about. Members also have to be there to support you. So it's a wake up call for the members as well to join hands with you and support you in all the events that you are hosting, especially now that we are having events being hosted online or virtual. Uh, Sometimes you might even wonder, you have hosted an online event, and the event you've invited wonderful guests who have wonderful insights to share with the members, but you find that the number of members in the midst of the meeting are very few. Yeah, so that is quite discouraging. So as a team, I would like to challenge us to find a way to incite the members to buy into the dream so that we can be able to work together and push this club forward. Like I said before, uh, this club has got a great potential. Corporate companies out there are looking for an audience, and they are not going to look for MANU if maybe you have invited guests from the corporate world to attend your events or virtual forums, and they find that you are only a handful members participating. But if we are able to mobilize each other and work together as a team, and also members are also involved in everything that we are doing fully, and when we have these guests coming along to join our events, uh, these corporate companies will be wonderful, will be excited about your spirit and your teamwork as a club, and you will just receive phone calls from the, those leaders asking you that they have internship opportunities that are there in waiting for you. So as a club, we need to mobilize our members and ensure that they buy into the club's goals and visions so that we can build a bigger audience that even will trigger the corporate companies to come looking for us. And these things that you're complaining about, the job opportunities, the internship opportunities, the industrial visits, and other additional entrepreneurial opportunities will come along if we are able to build ourselves and package ourselves for the corporate world. Like Grace was saying, we as a people, we have to build ourselves and make ourselves marketable to the world. And that is the main agenda of the club. You as leaders and the members as a whole, we need to package ourselves for the corporate companies. When we package ourselves well by working together and doing things that excite them and make and draw their attention, there are a lot of things that will happen and will benefit all the members and the leaders together. And we won't be able to have these problems whereby kuna opportunities kidogo ati sasa you wonder who will receive these opportunities, zinaenda tu hivi hivi. But if we are able to build ourselves well, we are going to attract new opportunities, and all of us will be able to get an opportunity to benefit and grow ourselves. Being in MANU is just a pathway. It's a platform for you to be able to build yourself and package yourself for the corporate world. So those of us who are not part of the leadership and are wondering that, hey, mimi siko kwa leadership, nitapataje hizi nini? No, as long as you are a member of the club, that is the platform that you should use as an individual. When these guests come along to to attend our events. You need to create that rapport, get to know them, get to interact with them, and you never know what will happen. And I personally wish that each and every one of us will be able to scale well in their endeavors, because at the end of the day, we are not going to be in school to study maths forever. We are just preparing ourselves. You know, some of us uingia university and you don't know even what you want to do. Ulitiwa tu course ukuje kufanya. But as you continue growing, interacting with people who have already advanced beyond you, you get to realize, yes, I can do this, I can do that. Yes. And after that, then at the end of the day, we will all be able to scale into different careers and live our own lives. And my desire is that let MANU become a hub of successful individuals in the corporate world. That's all I have to say for now. And in case anyone has a question to ask, I'm glad to answer. Is there anyone who has a question? Kiarie, do you have a question for me?
No, I don't have one.
Diego, Diego, Elizabeth.
I'm okay, I'm okay.
Yes.
None.
Ati pia tunaweza kuja inbox.
Yeah?
David.
Yes.
Because of time tutakuja inbox.
Okay. Yeah, I can see time imekimbia. Sijui masaa inaenda aje, but I'm available
Time
online. We
inakimbia sana.
can always chat. Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. Back to you, Ayub.
Okay. Thanks, David, for the talk and the speech. It was good. And you gave us some good advice. And first, I want to say the session has been awesome and interactive. And I want to say thanks to our leaders for organizing such an event. Now I'll go back. I'll return the session to Theresia.
Thank you, Ayub. Thank you also, David Abiara and John Nganga. Thank you so much for the suggestions and the insights. Yes, we really appreciate, by the way. I think so far so good. We've actually done the better part of the meeting. So I would like to invite Regan, yes, for a word. Finance Secretary.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello everyone. My name is Regan Otieno, the treasurer. Yeah, this financial year. So most things have been said actually. In my department, the only thing that I can add, we are working more so in those events that those money generating projects that you are saying is only that we are still in the provisional part. So we'll make them known to you once we have discussed fully after even forming a committee on our own, so that we will avail them to you. Yeah, my major part was just to say the vote of thanks. Yeah, this meeting was only able to go through because all of us were able to attend. Yeah, thank you all for coming. The only advice that I will encourage us to have that we should more participate more actively in the club activities. As vile wamesema huko juu atikuwa without numbers we cannot have a meeting, and thank you so much. So another thing that we are being told that we should be more supportive to even us as leaders, that we should give them more idea, let us not be critics to them. Yeah, even the Bible says that two people can only work together if they agree. That is the encouragement that I can have to you. It only takes me and you to work together so that the club can move forward. Yeah, that is the thing that I want to say. Then another thanks is about the former leadership. We thank you, Kenyambi, and your team. Yeah, you did a splendid job last season. So this year we are trying to do more than that. We are trying to even engage mostly even in the money generating projects in my department to increase more funds to the team. Yeah, also thank you all for coming. That is the only thing that I have to say. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much for taking your time to join our meeting. Some of you even joined 30 minutes before the meeting. I mean, the support you guys accord, it's just on another level. So we really appreciate your effort and your concerns. Yes, your questions and your suggestions and everything that we've discussed here. We really appreciate you guys. So this marks the end of our meeting today, and as usual, I mean, we need to thank God for everything that He's granted unto us. Thank Him for just, yeah, it's not like we deserve anything from Him. So maybe a volunteer can just say a word of prayer before we close the meeting. Any volunteer?
I'll pray. Let's pray.
Okay, Elizabeth.
Father, we thank you this day. Okay, I'm praying. Let's pray. Thank you, Father, for this day. We thank you for your protection. We thank you for your guidance. We thank you for everything that you have provided to us today. You have guided us all through the meeting. You've been with us. We thank you for everything. We pray for MANU and its members and the leaders. Guide us through. Grant us our vision and mission. And be with us in every activity we do this year, this academic year. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, guys. You can leave the
Amen.
meeting at your own pleasure.
Amen.
Kwani kuna watoto huko?
Jadi nashangaa.
Siwalete tuwasalimie.
Naweza waona?
Mimi nataka kuwaona. Wako wapi?
Ha?
Wako wapi hao watoto tuwaone? We can invite them to MANU.
Wajoin mapema.
Si ndio?
Haoni. Nadhani ni mpira inakuja. Naingia hapo.
Naingia hapo. Niaje mzee?
Hapo.
Na hiyo gate mbona inaachangwa hivyo? Wewe kijana kwanza ukiateka mgeni wewe ndamwambia.
Tumvuta kasi.
Hata kama yeye akuja afungulie.
Nikisimamia daftari.
We Job.
Kwani hujalipa James, hujalipa rent?
We Job.
Yes.
Ni atia.
Felix.
Ni atia.
Kwega muno. Ni kwega muno.
Ah, really?
Ukuga atĩa ũmũthĩ? Unasemaje leo?
Muriega.
Turiega.
Fefe nini? Hiyo ingine sijui.
Ati fefe?
Ama si fefe, what is it called?
What? We're talking of?
Gate si ya Hawaii.
Oh, hizo ni salamu za jioni. Ni kwega. You